As for whether the Foursquare buzz can build, one social media professional says it will, and that Chicagoans should jump on the bandwagon. But veganism isn't just about food. Committed vegans say it's a lifestyle. Greenhouse Inn is just one part of Misericordia, which has been around for more than 40 years. 600 residents live on campus with access to job opportunities and plenty of activities. Many women here say they felt like they've been fighting for education reform alone. But after meeting with other moms at the Mom Congress, they say that they're a strong coalition. It doesn't take much to affect education reform, just a few digital cameras.
A lot of kids in my class, at first they were afraid to talk to the teachers. Photography helped us express our emotions.
Photography is such a great medium to get the story out to other people, whether it's policymakers or the public. You get an inside scoop of what it's like to be in the schools.
And that's the goal of Critical Exposure, a photography nonprofit based in Washington.
Our mission focuses on three things: youth empowerment, public engagement, and policy change.
Levner was a school teacher and Riemann was a policy analyst at the Department of Education. They were both amateur photographers.
We realized that our shared frustration of trying to show people how disparate the conditions are in public schools could be accomplished through photography.
In the schools, students learn the basics of photography, the rule of thirds, how to frame a shot, and that's it.
We don't want to overteach them or undo their natural curiosity.
With their untrained eyes, they document various education issues, like unhealthy school lunches, dilapidated buildings, the dropout rate.
They're identifying issues on their campus that they want to change. They go out and take photos on their campus around those issues and bring those photos to their principal, to their teachers, to staff members.
And even politicians. Student Photos from Baltimore helped sway the Maryland General Assembly to increase funding for school facilities by $100 million. Throughout the year, these photos are put on display.
The students are able to see a couple hundred people coming through and looking at their photos and reading their stories, and to really see for the first time that people do want to hear what they have to say.
Photography doesn't just offer an avenue for advocacy, it also offers a form of self-expression for students in harsh urban areas. This is a self-portrait, taken after the death of a brother. These are the bottles of alcohol he drank to cope. And this is a high school dropout who went back to school and is now on the honor roll with her daughter.
I took a picture of the bathroom. They're never taken care of. There's never enough toilet paper or soap. To see everybody turn out and say, "You took that picture? I love that picture." People do care about what I go through for my 4 years of high school.
And they'll make it better for those who come after her. Reporting in Washington, I'm Lauren Drell.
Now, I have a lot of
This is Angela Wormley, but in the classroom, she's known as Officer Friendly. So is her partner, Dante Shelton.
We want to introduce ourselves with them, spend more than 10 minutes with them, and let them know who we are and that we're here to keep them safe.
He's talking about kids in Inglewood. This is a high-crime neighborhood where police are often seen as the enemy.
What they see in this neighborhood, more so than others, is a lot of crime, a lot of abandoned buildings, drugs, and things like that.
I'm scared of police because they take me to jail.
But after 40 minutes with Officer Wormley, Avant Bratcher had a change of heart.
I love Officer Friendly.
Even if they offer you money.
And so did dozens of other kids at Miles Davis Magnet Academy.
Police officers make me feel safe.
And so far, we've had a pretty great response. The kids really seem to open up to us and warm up to us.
For Chicago police, this isn't a one-time thing. Officer Friendly plans to come back year after year to make a lasting impression on kids in Inglewood.
We've really tried to work hard to establish rapport with the children and the parents and the administration of the schools in the community. So I do see a lot more overt interaction.
For now, the Chicago Police Department is running the Officer Friendly program only in the Inglewood neighborhood.
No!
It's a place where kids don't often get to see police being friendly. Lauren Drell, Northwestern News Network. It's lunchtime at the Greenhouse Inn, and Amy Walsh is waiting tables. It's not as easy as it looks. Walsh lives at Misericordia, a home for people with developmental disabilities. She's worked at the restaurant for 5 years, and she does a little bit of everything.
I do drinks. Yeah, sometimes I do a bit in the dish room. I was in the front, everywhere, floating back and forth.
Nancy Turry runs the restaurant and teaches the residents communication and job skills.
And they have learned how to interact with the public. It's also taught the public that people with disabilities can hold down jobs.
Greenhouse Inn is just one part of Misericordia, which has been around for more than 40 years. 600 residents live on campus with access to job opportunities and plenty of activities.
I do like painting. I like to do book reports about artists like Jojo Key.
Yeah, I'm in choir, I'm in basketball, showtime, go to the movies, go out for dinner, and we always go out somewhere.
But when they're at work, it's all about the customers. Many patrons have relatives at Misericordia and stop by for a bite during family visits.
Our son has been here for 19 years, and we're so pleased with the organization and how things are run. It is truly a family.
A tight-knit family that has created a happy home for people like Walsh.
I like it living here because I have fun here.
And she's learned that working can be fun too. Lauren Drell, Northwestern News Network.
I'm Jennifer Bisbing. I started Wicker Women back in 2009. During the recession, basically I needed something to keep me busy. And then one day I sat down and I thought, Wicker Women, I need to focus on the women in this neighborhood. And my first person was Leah. She's actually a longtime friend. I basically put a sign up front, and so people could contact me, and it was $5, and $5 went to Connections for Abused Women and Their Children. Go that way, I like it.
There was kind of a buzz about what Jennifer was doing. I was pleased to see who was captured in film already.
I think it's going in a different direction now. I'm probably going to start finding the women that I want to shoot for the rest of the project. People who have been the foundation of the community. I was looking for someone to donate the money to in the neighborhood. I wanted the money to stay in the neighborhood and benefit women. And there's a women's shelter in the neighborhood.
Now that I'm a Wicker woman, it's exciting to see women's leadership described and put in public. The photos really prompt a discussion about women, their vision, their values.
She's been very active in the neighborhood in terms of arts as well. My biggest push for the project is to have women network, to basically use this project as a networking tool for themselves as well. I feel like supporting each other, especially during a recession, is important.
What does it mean to be a Wicker woman? I think that to be a Wicker woman, it's capturing a legacy, a time and space, people, personality, and their ambitions to be recognized as a community leader.
What I've really noticed is how they've impacted me. Each person who comes in here inspires me in some way.